Matt, I won't even get into his bio. He goes around the country meeting with every major corporation that you can think of to help their folks remember better, which ultimately helps them, bring in more revenue, develop better relationships. So it's a privilege to have him here. Just a big, warm welcome for Matt.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are you?
Great.
That was fairly lame. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you?
Great.
Good. I had a chance to meet quite a few of you. My name is Goerke. I have a company called Great Memories. I'm the creator of a program called the Memory Switch. And some of you mentioned you'd seen me on television, heard me on the radio. I appreciate that. What I do is travel throughout the country and abroad. I work in a number of foreign countries, teaching individuals like yourselves how to develop an instant recall memory. And this is for facts and information that are important and pertinent to the specific situations and circumstances you find yourself in each day. And in fact, I'm going to encourage you over the next couple of minutes just to be thinking of instances where a better memory, a more powerful memory would be of help to you. Names and faces, clients, contacts, people you meet in your personal life, details for work, procedures you're expected to go through, information about the products that you sell, the service that you offer. Obviously, critical information like where you parked your car, left your glasses, becoming increasingly important. Those of you who are furthering your education in any way, today's business environment, constant re-education is just kind of a given. So the things you learn when you attend classes, go to seminars, any instance at all where a better memory, a more powerful memory would be of help to you. If you guys noticed on your tables, I handed out some little play sheets, and they're for a couple different purposes. One, I'm going to be sharing some pretty neat facts and statistics with you. It'll give you a place to jot some things down. We'll be doing some demonstrations, some actual training with you here today. If you would please, at the top, you'll see there's room for your name. If you've forgotten your own name, you are definitely in the right spot here this afternoon.
Where am I?
And for focus of today's meeting, what I'd like you to write down is instant recall memory. Instant recall memory. But what I'd actually like to do here this afternoon is start out with everybody's favorite subject. And what's everybody's favorite subject? Is that about covered? Okay, not unusual. Whenever I speak with a group, there's half a dozen different items that tend to show up over and over again. Food, family, money, sports. Some of you may be familiar, obviously a number of you are, with a book that was written a number of years ago called How to Win Friends and Influence People. Dale Carnegie, yes? #2 bestseller ever written. Second only to the Bible, which we think proves Carnegie wrote a fairly credible piece of work. Now, interesting for Carnegie, while doing research for his book, he discovered two very interesting facts. As it turns out, they are success secrets, and I left room for you to jot them down if you'd like. First, Carnegie discovered that a person's favorite subject is really themselves. Your home, your family, your job, your goals, your dreams, your opinions, your future. That's what matters to people most. And what Carnegie realized is the more you know about a person, their likes and dislikes, the more you're able to recall about that person, the more likely you are to be friends with them, have influence with them, and do business with them. Second thing Carnegie went on to discover, a person's own name is actually the sweetest sound in the English language to that person. People like to hear the sound of their own name. It commands instant attention, instant respect. What we've discovered even more recently, the sound of your name, your heart rate slows. Your blood pressure goes down. I mean, depending on who's saying it, right? Yeah. It's a very soothing sound. But I wonder, how many here at JBN use that fact to our advantage by recalling and using the names of the people we deal with? In fact, I'll ask you a question honestly now, show of hands. How many of you has this happened to at least once? You're at a meeting, a party, you meet someone. Person shakes your hand and gives you their name. As soon as the handshake breaks, the name just drops right to the floor. Let's go. 2 hands, so I see some feet. All right. 2 minutes after this individual has just given you their name changes. Well, what's it become? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Good in a formal situation. At a party, you got a favorite? Honey, sweetie, sugar, sport, chief, pal, buddy, captain, tiger, ace, boss, big guy. I heard you say Skippy, dude. Yo. And I think we've all been there when our spouse or one of our associates walks up to the person we've been yes-sirring for the last 10 minutes, and then you're stuck, aren't you? Can't make the intro. Man, I am so sorry, sir. What was your name again? That's an embarrassing situation. Now, let's take it a step further. We'll put it in a business context. I'll give you the classic. Turn the aisle and shop right. This person's walking towards you, and it's too late to duck. You know what I'm talking about? And all you can think is, in the office 2 weeks ago, great piece of business, a lot of connections in the area. I'm supposed to meet their whole team next week, and you got to walk up and say, "What up, Pally? How's it going, buddy boy? Good to see you." Can't remember the name? What impression did you just make on that client? One of two things. One, you don't care, or two, you don't know what you're doing. And what's the shame of that, business professionals? Well, it's not true. You do care. Now, maybe you don't know what you're doing. It'll show up eventually. But look, the argument for a good memory, especially in business, is this. Ultimately, the one way you have to show the people you work with that you care about them and are concerned with them is by having information for them and about them where? At your mental fingertips.